With SHIF, where President William Ruto says the new social health insurance fund SHIF will reach all Kenyans, including the unemployed. Responding to issues raised about the new healthcare insurance, the head of state defended the latest model, saying NHIF only helped the employed, that is. Kenyans have in the recent weeks raised concern about SHIF, with leaders criticizing it for allegedly causing more pain, especially for women seeking medical care. Giverson Minor begins our bulletin this morning.
President William Ruto on Sunday joined faithful at African Divine Church at Nairobi Primary School grounds in Nairobi for Sunday service. The president stood to defend the new social health insurance fund from criticism by a section of leaders and Kenyans, saying the previous NHIF only benefited the employed.
Kwa sasa kupitia mfumo huu mpya, mambo ya bima ya afya itafikia kila Mkenya. Sio lazima ukuwe na kazi, sio lazima ukuwe na uwezo. Yule ambaye huna uwezo wa kulipa hiyo pesa ya SHIF, sasa serikali ya Kenya itakulipia.
Rangwe Member of Parliament Lillian Gogo, who accompanied the president, termed the new health insurance scheme as a burden, especially to women, saying patients are forced to part with cash to access medical care.
Frequent change of policy from NHIF to SHIF to SHA inaumiza wa mama.
Mukiona hii kelele ambayo imekuwa, it is true we have to roll out faster. Lakini mukiona hii kelele, it is also because corruption is fighting back.
Tumesema katika mfumo wetu huu mpya hakuna Mkenya atatolewa tena hospitalini ati kwa sababu pesa yake imeisha. Sasa tuko na mfumo ambayo itawezesha kila Mkenya atibiwe.
Other leaders accompanying the president defended SHIF, saying Kenyans were only lacking awareness of the benefits SHIF brings to the country.
Now that we have sworn in the deputy president, baadhi ya kazi ambazo utampea kwa IBEC ashikane na hawa magavana ili watusaidie kuelimisha Wakenya mambo ya Social Health Insurance Fund. Sababu changamoto tulilo nalo ni watu kuwa hawajaelimishwa ya kutosha.
Speaking separately, Pentecostal Evangelistic Fellowship of Africa, Bishop John Okinda argued the problems being witnessed in SHIF stem from the confusion that rocked the ship from the defunct NHIF.
Hata ingawaje tumeama ama tunaama kutoka NHIF tukielekea SHIF, tunaona ya kwamba malipo hayo bado yako juu zaidi na wengine hawawezi kuyaamudu.
Kwa kila mtu amejisajili kwa hospitali ya Mbagathi, ni pesa zinaenda kwa hiyo hospitali ipate vifaa, ipate dawa, mwananchi wa kawaida atibiwe free of charge.
Okinda said there is need to find effective ways to deliver services to Kenyans without increasing taxes.
Mapato ambayo yanapatikana katika kazi ikichukuliwa yote, wale wasiye na kazi hawataona fedha ikitembea katika jamhuri.
To matters Femicide now, where President William Ruto has challenged parents and guidance and society at large to play their role of imparting moral values while authorities handle crime as the country grapples with the unprecedented surge in female cases. Now, in femicide cases, that is, the president spoke during a church service in Nairobi County, where leaders who had accompanied him called for the declaration of femicide as a national disaster.
It is during a Sunday service at the African Divine Church on Sunday that President William Ruto called on the society to mend the social fabric in the wake of rising cases of killings of young women.
Ni kweli tuko na shida kubwa. Vijana wetu hasa wasichana wanauawa kiholela. Wasichana, watu ambao tungekuwa tunawaonyesha mapenzi, tungekuwa tunawapenda, sasa imekuwa ni mambo ya mauaji. How can it be that our girls, the women of Kenya, that expect us to love them, that now they are dying in the hands of men.
Nairobi County Member of Parliament Mr. Pasaris and Nakuru County Governor Susan Kihika echoed calls by women rights activists who want femicide declared a national crisis.
Tunataka UWIP to shape, be it the security agencies that are supposed to be dealing with these issues. Tunataka kuona the perpetrators of femicide brought to book. Any other life lost is one life too many, and we cannot afford that.
But sometimes we know the persons who are guilty are still being bailed and their cases are taking forever and they are walking scot-free and the woman has been killed, butchered, raped, defiled, dead. Because it is becoming very scary.
We have a criminal problem and we have a moral problem. We need to address both of them. As government, I want to promise you we will go out of our way, provide resources for our police to deal with this challenge. But equally, as parents, starting with myself, as parents, as Kenyans, we must also deal with a moral issue.
Last week, the National Police Service revealed that 97 women were killed within 90 days. Women rights defenders say the cases may remain statistics if justice is not served and the killing stopped. The Coalition for Grassroots Human Rights Defenders, jointly with other social activists and religious bodies, are the latest groups to weigh in on the matter.
It is sad that feminists, activists, and women in all their diversity in Kenya have to pile pressure for justice to be served, raising questions whether the perpetrators of such crimes can't be jailed without pressure.
One of the key concerns is the security of young women in learning institutions.
We raise concern that security apparatus are not taking this matter with the seriousness it deserves. This is evident by the casual manner in which femicide is being addressed and the open contradictions between two arms of security mandated to handle the matters.
Moving forward from now on, we are going to occupy this country on a daily basis to ensure that government takes our lives seriously.
Women and human rights activists plan to amplify sensitization in this month of November, which also has 16 days of activism against gender-based violence.
To matters politics, where DAP Kenya party leader Eugene Wamalwa now says the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua will not restore the trust in Kenya Kwanza government. Speaking in Kitale, Wamalwa and a section of opposition leaders said the Kenya Kwanza regime will find it difficult to convince Kenyans to elect it for another term of office, that is, come 2027. Wamalwa spoke even as Trans Nzoia governor, that is George Natembeya, urged the Western region to reconsider its political future, accusing Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi and National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula of betraying the region.
Opposition leaders from the Western region, while speaking in Kitale, said the 2027 general elections will be a referendum against Kenya Kwanza regime.
Nasema Bwana Ruto, wewe ndio Zakayo mwenyewe. Gachagua alikuwa Zakayo mdogo. Kama Zakayo mdogo anaenda, yeye ni makanga. Dereva ndiye aliingiza gari kwa mtaro, Zakayo aende asiende? Makanga akishuka dereva pia ashuke, sio?
DAPK leader Eugene Wamalwa and Saboti MP Caleb Amisi said the removal of Rigathi Gachagua from office will not restore the confidence of Kenyans in the regime.
Wakati umetoa Rigathi, umewachwa bila nguo. Anytime Ruto, you can go home. Anytime.
Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya said the negotiation for positions in Kenya Kwanza by Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula failed to encompass the interests of the larger Western region.
Sasa kule kwetu waluya wetu wako wawili huko. They were born kitambo. Kwa succession matrix, they are not there. Hiyo tu ndio kweli wa Mwenyezi Mungu. They are not there. Ena Luya ambaye anaweka hope zake kwa Wetangula na kwa Mudavadi, hiyo mepiga miss.
Speaking in Kitale, Governor Natembeya encouraged the Western region voters to embrace a new generation of leadership that has the interest of the region at heart.
Kevin Washira reporting. To matters transport, where the Ministry of Roads and Transport is sourcing requisite funding for the extension of the 362-kilometer standard gauge railway line from Naivasha to Kisumu and an additional 100-kilometer to Naivasha. Transport Principal Secretary, that is Mohamed Dagar, says they are looking for affordable financing for the regional project. Dagar spoke as the ministry hosted a delegation from the Communist Party of China at the Nairobi SGR terminus for a tour of the facility. The delegation will be visiting other joint projects between the government of China and Kenya.
We are still in the process of relooking at funding. We are sourcing funding from anywhere. We are looking for cheaper credit, what we can do. So that is where we are in terms of discussions to ensure that we secure the requisite funding, thereby enabling us to connect with Uganda, DRC, South Sudan, and Rwanda.
To matters peace now, Laura Moru area in Mukutani ward, that is in Baringo County, is a region currently enjoying peace and stability following a resolve by residents to end perennial conflict and promote harmonious living. And as Kasichana Masha now reports, while the residents enjoy the calm, access to government services is still a challenge.
For 13 years, tens of lives were lost and hundreds of people were displaced among the Ilchamos and Pokot communities in Ngelecha location, Mukutani Ward, Baringo County, following ethnic clashes. Now the conflict is in the past and the affected communities are forging ahead united. The benefits of harmonious living are now evident. An example is the Kiseri and Mukutani Road, which was previously impassable because of the clashes, but is now being fully utilized.
Watu waliweza kupoteza mashamba yao kwa sababu pindi tu walipohama hakuna pale pengine wangepata shamba ya kulima. So hiyo muda yote watu wamekuwa wakiishi kwa mahangaiko. Wengine like mwezi uliopita kuna baadhi ya watu wenye wametoka eneo hili waliohamia eneo la Mochongoi waliweza kukamatwa kwa sababu ya kuishi kwenye msitu ya serikali.
Hakuna mtu alikuwa anafikiria kuna hiyo confidence. Unajua watu wanaongeanga amani, watu wachache wanapelekwa Marigat, wanapelekwa Kabarnet, wanapelekwa Kenya kufunzwa mambo na amani. Lakini watu hawakuwa yaamini raia wenyewe wanaweza toka tu nowhere wakae chini ama wapigiane simu na waseme imefika ni amani na wakuje.
The two communities are also collaborating in projects aimed at boosting school enrollment, and so far 2 kindergarten classrooms have been constructed.
Nataka nishukuru wa Pokot wa Laramoru wamepokea. Saa hii ninapoongea wamepokea nyumba households 14. Na mtu kupokea unapokea jamii mzima na watoto, baba, wasasi na mali yao ikiwa ng'ombe ama mbuzi unapokea kwa boma yako.
Na kwa sababu amani ndio saa hii rakati sasa tumeamua kuja kutoa nyasi, tumeenda paka para. Tumemaliza ile lwa yote. Huko hakuna nyasi. Hakuna. Lakini saa hii tutaenda paka Mkutani kwa miguu kutoa nyasi. Tutatengeneza manyumba.
And while peace reigns and residents go about their daily routines, there's still one hurdle to jump. Baringo South Member of Parliament Charles Kamuren emphasizes the importance of cooperation between various levels of government to strengthen security and development.
Wanataka mabarabara yao ifunguliwe, wanataka hospitali, wanataka hata ofisi ya chief ichengwe hapa. Wanataka sasa mambo ya irrigation kwa sababu wanaye mto hapa ambaye wanaweza fanya irrigation. Wanataka vile vile wasaidiwe kwa mambo mengine kama employment ya watoto na kazi shughuli zingine zote ambaye inatakikana. Hata wametoa sanda mahali pa kuweka sanda yao. Na wamesema wale wanataka kujenga sanda kujeni sehemu hii.
Laura Moru area demonstrates that despite many challenges, communities can work together to build a better future for themselves and future generations.
Thank you, Kasichana Masha, for that report. We head to Matters Education, where the Kenya Primary School Heads Association, KEPSHA, National Chairman, that is Johnson Zioka, has expressed confidence in the government's commitment to completing the construction of grade 9 classrooms by the end of this year. Addressing journalists in Mombasa on the eve of the KEPSHA conference, Zioka noted that they are working closely with the Ministry of Education to ensure that every school has adequate facilities to accommodate grade 9 learners.
quite a number of classrooms under construction right now, and that has been done as phase 1 and phase 2. There is phase 3 to be done, and we are sure by the end of December, every school will have space for grade 9. So we want to assure everybody that there will be 100% transition from grade 9 or from grade 8 to grade 9 come January 2025. We are looking forward to enough teachers. We do not want January to come and we are talking about shortage of the teachers or teachers to teach grade 9. The posting should be done within this holiday. And as the time comes for January opening of schools, we expect those teachers to report in schools.
Moving on, the government has been challenged to step up efforts in reviving cultures that are on the verge of extinction to promote the country's rich heritage. Meanwhile, members of the savings and credit cooperative societies have been encouraged to continue remitting funds and embrace a culture of proper financial planning and investment amid the high cost of living. Details coming up in our County News Roundup.
While receiving the first Marakwet traditional houses at the Bomas of Kenya in Nairobi, the Marakwet community highlighted the need to protect the country's diverse ethnic traditions, adding that the traditional houses will play a great role in preserving the community's traditions and diversify the cultural experiences offered to visitors.
We have children who don't know how our fathers or grandfathers used to live, so we want them to see and also picture the kind of life that was there before then. And some of them are in school, some of them were born in urban centers, some of them are away from Marakwet now because of constant migration of people. So they want them to know how we used to live.
Marakwet is coming from a place where we have the banditry going on with the Pokots, and so we are bringing in all the communities. Even the Pokots are going to be part of it so that we address the issues with peace.
Elsewhere, members of savings and credit cooperative societies have been encouraged to adopt sound financial planning and investment decisions to cushion them against inflation. Brenda Odera, a cooperatives officer, made the remarks at Mtangazaji Sacco's Education Day.
To better understand our planning as the members of the society in terms of savings, in terms of borrowing, and in terms of future plans for us as the members of the cooperative. And also the issues of governance with the policies that govern us as a cooperative and the rules, we should be able to put them into place such that we are a cooperative that is compliant and we are a society that is sustainable.
In Nairobi, the county government is drafting a food safety policy to ensure safety standards in supply, processing and distribution of food.
Putting the rationale behind the importance of food safety in our lives, both at home, at the different markets, at the different stores, and at the different shops that we purchase our food from.
Finally, Homa Bay County government has launched a new approach to tackle the high maternal mortality rates in the county. The County Health Chief Officer Dr. Kevin Osuri says the approach involves a comprehensive review and control of the causes behind prenatal deaths.
We continue to look to new ways of improving the healthcare space, both in the practice of medicine and in the practice of public health, as it were, just to ensure that we have a holistic approach in how we manage the affairs of health in Homa Bay County.
As the highly anticipated United States of America general elections campaign entered the home stretch, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President, that is Donald Trump, intensified their vote hunt in key swing states on Sunday. Trump, the Republican presidential nominee, pitched camp at the Pennsylvania, while Harris, the Democratic Party presidential nominee, crisscrossed Michigan, fronting a heated campaign ahead of the election slated for Tuesday, the 5th of November. Let's get the details of that with Kahiro.
The clock ticks to the U.S. general elections. Vice President and the Democratic Party presidential candidate Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are making intense last-minute appeals in crucial swing states of America. On Sunday, Trump held campaigns events in Pennsylvania, emphasizing the importance of reclaiming blue-collar voters who supported him in 2016 but flipped to Biden in 2020. The former president promised to revitalize the economy and push back against what he called extreme leftist policies. This as Harris focused in Michigan, criticizing Trump's leadership, especially his perceived alignment with authoritarian figures.
He simply does not respect the freedom of women or the intelligence of women to know what's in their own best interest and make decisions accordingly. But we trust women. We trust women.
The campaign dynamics are at high stakes as wins in these battlegrounds are seen as critical in securing the presidency on Tuesday.
The only way to stop the lies is to swamp them with our votes. We're going to swamp them. Kamala has no vision, no ideas. She has no solutions whatsoever. All she can do is talk about Donald Trump.
On Monday, the eve of the election, Trump will hit the state capital of Raleigh, North Carolina, while Kamala is expected to end his streak of campaigns in Pennsylvania and Rust Belt states.
But we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win.
Of course, KBC Channel 1 will be bringing you details of all that will be happening in as far as the U.S. elections are concerned. So you want to stay tuned. That is Tuesday or Wednesday morning for that matter. Now, to sports, where Sheila Kipkurui and Abdi Nagir are the winners of the 53rd edition of the New York City Marathon. Kenya's Kipkurui took a time of 2 hours, 24 minutes and 35 seconds as Kenyan women took the first 3 positions. Let's get the details of that particular championship.
Chepkirui took charge of the race from onset, taking charge of the leading pack that comprised of 2023 New York champion Ellen Obiri, former Olympic champion Vivian Cheruiyot, and Eunice Chumba of Bahrain. In the 40th kilometer mark, Chepkirui and Obiri widened up the gap, with Chepkirui crossing the line in a time of 2 hours, 24 minutes and 35 seconds.
Sheila Chepkirui of Kenya as she beats the field to win on this spectacular sunny day in New York.
Former champion Ellen Obiri came in second, while Vivian Cheruiyot settled for the 3rd place to complete a 3 Kenyan podium finish. In the men's category, Abdi Nagir took a time of 2 hours, 7 minutes and 39 seconds to finish first, ahead of Kenyan's Ivan Chebet and Albert Coril, who took the 2nd and 3rd places respectively.
New York City Marathon champion Abdi Nagir of the Netherlands.
Dan Wenda with that report. Congratulations, definitely, to the winners, Sheila, Helen Obiri, Vivian, and also Albert, for making Kenya proud. Now, let's look at, football, where Green Eagles are the winners of the Isiolo County League after they beat Chokaa FC 6-5 in a nail-biting penalty shootout after a goalless regular time. Both teams came into the match with their title intentions clear, but missed open chances to force a goalless full-time score. The match was attended by various stakeholders who called for the urgent need for sports infrastructure in northern Kenya.
Vijana mimi nawahakikishia tukiingia kwa hii kiti, hata tusipoingia, kwa sababu mimi ni mtu wa mpira, na hakikisha hapa Isiolo ndakuwa nikikuja ndaleta hapa scouts na tutatoa hapa vijana wengi sana.
Hii stadium na ile stadium ambayo imekuwa ikijengwa miaka nyingi haijaisha, tutaweka mbele, tutaongea na national government, tutaongea na county government, nitakuja mikutano mingi hapa na tuwaambie vijana wa Isiolo wamehimiza na wamesisitiza ya kwamba wanahitaji nini? Kiwanja.
Well, that wraps up the news this morning. Thank you once again for your company. My name is Marie Ambo, and my colleague Victor Olo is on standby to bring you up to speed with matters politics. That is in Eye on Politics. Goodbye for now.